Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some insights from some large organizations via some recent documents that they just put out, confirming some of the things that we've been discussing on the CYPRX platform about the digital transformation and them implementing digital assets into the new financial system, how they are building a new infrastructure in order to migrate the old system over to the new. If you all enjoy these video breakdowns, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to help boost the algorithm and push these videos out to more individuals like yourselves. These videos do take time to make, and we do appreciate the love and the support. As always, shout out to the CYPRX researchers for providing the vast majority of these documents. We're also going to be sharing some video clips in between some of the segments that I'm going to be reading to you guys, just so that way you can see that not only in the documents are they telling you all this, but they're also discussing these topics on panel discussions that are publicly available, but will never reach the mainstream. With that being said, let's jump into the first document where we are going to be reading some insights from the CFTC and the GBBC. So this is the CFTC Digital Assets Taxonomy Report. And the reason why I'm bringing this report to your attention is because there's a lot of misunderstanding around whether they're talking about cryptocurrencies, stablecoins, CBDCs, so on and so forth. So all in all, they go on to say, as the Web3 economy transitions from the proof of concept to proof of value,
if you have clear rules, you have people who follow the rules, and then companies can innovate and invest with confidence that there's going to be an ROI, and they're not going to get rug pulled because some government who hasn't chosen to sort of be explicit about what you can and can't do is going to surprise them. So it's a combination of things, in my opinion. And at the end of the day, obviously, a good product, good service that solves a real world problem, provides real utility. It's not just about speculation and get rich quick and pumping up the price of crypto. I mean, all these things will line up. I think they're starting to line up. I see the companies are really stepping up. Certain jurisdictions, certain governments are stepping up. So I think a lot of reasons to be optimistic coming out of what was maybe a year ago, some reasons not to be very optimistic.
Great.
Indicating strong growth potential. The need for a clear taxonomy to underpin token classification is essential for delineating the framework of opportunities in different business models. Two key vocabulary words I want you to pay attention to is value and opportunities. They're solidifying again that there are opportunities in this market at current moment in time, and that we as market participants should be focused on value, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we are going to enter into an era of utility. I cannot stress enough, now is the time to be doing your homework and your research on utility-driven crypto assets for when this future digital transformation full scale rolls out, okay? Now, here it goes on to say, the report provides a definition of a digital asset, and it proposes 7 types of digital assets. So when we're talking about digital assets, and I say the terminology digital assets, we're actually referring to all 7 types: money or money-like digital assets, financial digital assets, alternative digital assets, and yes, crypto assets fall into the digital asset category, functional digital assets, settlement controllable electronic records, and other digital assets, right? Very interesting to say the least. So just pay attention to that. Again, this is coming from the CFTC and the GBBC. Now, heading over to this EY document. This document is absolutely insane. So it is labeled the digital assets opportunity in MENA. That is now the second time, by the way, that it's mentioned that key vocabulary, opportunity. Now, it goes on to say, digital assets refers to a collection of 7 different types of financial instruments that are typically addressed and settled digitally using distributed ledger technologies. And we just reiterated what those 7 types are, okay? So just keep that in mind as we read this report, because it's absolutely mind-boggling, some of the information that is involved in this report. You can see some things mentioned about ISO 222, a digital currency environment in the banking system, okay? This is where we're going to capitalize on something that we've been talking about on the CYPRX platforms for the longest time. Understanding what phase the banks and the financial institutions are in, so that way we can kind of get a gist of what phase we as manual retail investors should be in as well. The bank and financial institutions are in the education phase.
Is in the Châtel and they know. And for me,
today, the great things we have to know, especially for the banking systems, is to learn. You have to learn a lot about this technology. You have to onboard on your board people, they know the technology. You have to make some course for your client relation people, because it's not so easy to understand it, and it's a part of the internet revolution. The blockchain didn't stop tomorrow. We can say this blockchain is better than another one, this one is a scam or that, but the real thing, it's a part of the web revolution, and we cannot working without. They are not here to stop in 10 years, it's not a bubble, but you have to understand that. And I think if you are there, it's a good point, because you're starting to say maybe we can learn about that.
Yeah.
They're still revamping their back-end infrastructures. They're educating their employees. They're updating their systems so that way they can roll out these new digital technologies on a global scale. And here is physical proof of that. You start exploring the opportunity from these use cases. It is essential for MENA financial institutions to identify a common understanding of CBDCs and digital assets. Remember, cryptocurrencies fall into that category of digital assets across their stakeholders with target education and alignment programs. This is coming from a major consulting firm, EY, telling you that you should be getting educated, that the banks are getting educated. You all see this information is massive. Now, this platform is currently used by 15 of the world's largest financial institutions. It also helps in gaining detailed understanding of the regulatory and legal framework for digital assets, training staff and management on different aspects of digital assets, and adapting financial models and risk appetite frameworks appropriately. So there's that key vocabulary: training staff and management. They are, for a fact, training their back-end staff on these new technologies. So what do you think on the front end as manual retail investors we should be doing? Again, devil's in the details. The next priority should be to address functional knowledge within each financial institution on different aspects of digital assets across product management, finance, risk, operations, and technology functions. Most financial institutions underestimate the potential impact of CBDCs and digital assets on their technology landscape. That reiterates the whole idea of, if banks do not adopt, they will get left behind. So it says right here, Digital Assets, Insights, and Analytics, or the DAIA platform that EY has created, getting ready to develop and accelerate your digital asset initiatives. Talks about digital asset indexes, market sentiment, digital assets learning. So this is a platform that financial institutions can utilize to educate their staff, their management, and their operating systems on this digital transformation and the implementation of CBDCs and digital assets into their banking. This is phenomenal. This is physical proof as to what we have been talking about, the phase that we are currently in right now. Again, no hopium, no hype. This is coming from a major consulting firm. Now, if we go down here, look at this. It says banks will need to integrate CBDCs and digital assets into existing technology landscapes.
About to incorporating or integrating those also decentralized finance, the governance models into the blockchain technology. So what would be the main topic of that future blockchain institution in Europe? To put all these things together, to take into account the development of blockchain technology as such. So not only the protocols that are existing under EPSI at the moment, but also to scale up with the other blockchain infrastructures. That was also included in the Digital Europe program and foreseen. So we heard even before in the panels, we haven't achieved mass adoption yet. Yeah, but we can achieve mass adoption also with the integration of additional blockchain protocols and blockchain infrastructures.
Boom, drops mics. Literally right there in your face, it says they will need to integrate digital assets into existing technology landscapes. So what are they going to need to do that? They're going to need to build a new infrastructure for that. So let's head over to this Broadridge document. And remember the CEO of Broadridge, what he said last year about the crypto space.
Where you and Broadridge, are you seeing the move to DLT-based platforms occur?
Yeah, I think it is. You know, it's funny because with sort of the implosion of the crypto market last year, I think the general public is sort of thinking like, oh, well, this stuff is going away. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when you talk to people in the know in financial services, it's like, no, it's not going away. Yeah, it's very real.
So this document from 2024 goes on to read, Digital Transformation, a Next-Gen Technology Study. the next horizon in digital transformation. Digital transformation in financial services has reached a new level of maturity and momentum.
And that kind of led us to the decision to build this out as we know it. And what we've seen over the last 6 to 10 months is tremendous in terms of institutional demand in the space. Which 2-3 years ago wasn't so clear that this market is an asset class that's not going to go away. And the financial services, the DeFi space, it's gonna develop. Will it look the same today as in 3 years? Probably not. But pieces of it and parts of it, they will stay. And now every institutional investor is kind of exploring, and that obviously helps tremendously.
But as frontier technologies like Gen AI disrupt, business and cyber threats escalate. A new battleground is emerging around deploying talent and culture to transform the customer experience and scale the benefits of technology across the front to back office. Very interesting. Financial services and companies have made big strides in digital transformations in recent years. Firms are investing heavily through economic cycles, modernizing their core IT platforms to support continuous innovation and adopt next-gen technologies such as AI and blockchain. It goes on to read here, 75% of respondents say they are confident about their firm's digital transformation and the progress they are making. Now, who is a part of this survey? Well, it says right here, this year's study surveyed 500 C-level and senior executives in 18 different countries representing firms across the financial services spectrum. Their average total estimated in assets under management was around 122 billion. So I'd say that these are pretty important financial institutions that were surveyed in this report. Scrolling down here and reading a couple of other highlights, it says, even leaders have more to do in some key areas of digital transformation. Despite progress over the last year, more than 3/4 of them are still not at the advanced stages of several dimensions. Take that into consideration as to why we haven't really seen any massive market momentum yet. They're still learning, they're still in the education process, they're still revamping their backend infrastructure, and all of that takes time. So again, zoom out, have a long-term perspective, and be patient. Next-gen technologies beyond the core. This part was interesting as well. It says in the next 2 years, so that takes us up into 2026, the majority of respondents also expect to maintain or increase their investments in next-gen technologies such as AI, quantum computing, crypto. So it particularly mentions crypto here.
And we have seen how the traditional institutions have been catching up in crypto and learning how to. And we have seen how the traditional institutions have been catching up in crypto and learning how to operate and what can be the potential or the importance of this technology. And answering to your question,
digital assets and blockchain, with AI and blockchain showing the strongest growth. Here you can see 21% of participants are looking to increase allocations to artificial intelligence, and 20% of them are looking to increase allocations to blockchain and DLT. And about 3% of individuals surveyed on this particular report are looking to increase allocations to crypto and digital assets, right? Very interesting. Now, if we scroll right down here, the last little part that I have to read for you guys is where it goes on to mention infrastructure. So, blockchain and the coming of age. Companies are well on their way to building out blockchain infrastructures. Executives are planning to increase investments by 20% on average over the next 2 years, and almost 3/4 of leaders are midway through or advanced in their implementation, as compared with 1/3 of non-leaders. So, after having read all of this information to you guys, I hope that some of the information that we've been sharing on the CYPRX platform is giving you guys real insights into the ongoing developments behind the scenes. All these documents are updated from 2024, and it would only behoove you to really start to dig in and do research on what's actually happening behind the scenes. These financial institutions are making headwinds and are, for a fact, building up a new infrastructure in order to incorporate multiple digital assets across the board, building an interoperable system where CBDCs, stablecoins, cryptocurrencies, or the likes will all commingle and coexist together in the future. With that being said, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform before you head off. We do appreciate the love and the support, and I will see you all in the next video breakdown.